You're listening to Coach's Corner with Brad Anderson, the head coach of Wayzata football, sponsored by Heidi Comfort Couture at 236 Minnetonka Avenue South, Jeff Shore at Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, Metro Photo and Frames in Wayzata, Floor to Ceiling Interior Design Showroom in Wayzata, John Rotai at M&I Mortgage, The Great Frame Up in Minnetonka, and now let's go to Coach Anderson.
Hey, this is Dan Gustafson with Wayzata.com. We're talking with head football coach of the Wayzata Trojans, Brad Anderson. Brad, thanks for joining us. How are you?
Yeah, it's always my pleasure to be on with you, and I'm well, thanks.
Hey, you've had an opportunity to review the film for the game against Minnetonka. Tell us your thoughts of what you saw, what you observed, what you learned there.
Well, we flipped it on, and the first thing I observed, watching it through the first time, was just how physical a game it was, and we expected it to be that way, and it was every bit as physical as I thought it would be, and I thought both for our offense and defense, and obviously they played a very physical game as well. There was a lot of good hits and a lot of physical play. The second thing I noticed was I thought we seemed to get better as the game went on. Offensively, the first half we struggled a little bit, had to make a few adjustments at halftime, and I was really proud of the way our offensive line came out the second half, and I thought wore them down a little bit and gave us a chance to gain a little control of the game.
It seemed like Bo Allen only had one sack on the evening. Talk about your guys doing their jobs, controlling that defensive line from Minnetonka, if you would.
Yeah, Bo anchors the middle of that defensive line, and really, basically all night long, we asked our center, Aaron Berg, to block him one-on-one, and Aaron did a great job, and he got beat a couple times, but I would say if you went back and told up who won more of the battles, I would say Aaron probably got the better of the matchup, and so for us, we knew that was a very important matchup, and luckily Aaron was up for the task.
A.J. Tarpley had 2 touchdowns, 1 offensive, 1 defensive, and a fumble recovery. What are your thoughts about his game against Minnetonka?
He just seems to make big plays. On offense, we're going to put him in a position where, he can make some plays for us, whether it's throwing the ball or we got a couple other things that we can do with him. But, right now we've had him on the receiving end of it. And, it seems like on defense he's always around the ball, whether it's picking up fumbles or picking off interceptions. He seems to have a knack for making the big play when we need it. And obviously the first 2 weeks we needed a couple of those big plays.
You came out of Minnetonka. Some of your guys had sustained injuries. Do you have any updates for us on what happened there?
Well, Dan Wexler took a pretty good shot on his shoulder. He landed on his shoulder. He doesn't know exactly how long or how severe. He's going to get some more opinions on that. But it was a good hit, and he'll be out for a while here. We have a few other guys who got some bumps and bruises. Nothing that should keep them out this week. But physically, it was a really tough game for us. And I think that the temperature and the humidity also caused some problems for players, not long-term, but that night we had a lot of players cramping.
You've got Armstrong on Thursday night. What can you tell us about Armstrong this year?
Well, Armstrong has a new staff. This is their first year there, and so they brought with them their system. I know it takes a while to always instill your system no matter what it is. It usually takes a little while before the players catch on, and they're kind of going through that growing process right now. For us, we look at it as a game where we're focusing on what do we need to do, and not so worried so much what they do. And it should be a good game. We've always had good games with them over the years.
What have you done to prepare for them, specifically on both sides of the ball?
Well, this is a short week, playing them on a Thursday, so we've had to kind of reduce our offensive play package and try to make sure that what we're doing, we know what we're doing. And defensively, we're playing a team that likes to play from a shotgun, or we'll play from the shotgun, and that's something that we know down the road we're going to have to prepare for. So, Coach Lombardi's got a few things that he's going to work on as far as stunts and that to try to confuse the offensive line and get some pressure on them.
Will you have a second quarterback take taking every third series this week?
Well, right now we probably won't. That doesn't mean we won't change our mind before Thursday, but I don't think we have another quarterback who's taken enough reps to feel 100% comfortable with him in the game in that type of role as of now. But maybe the next week or two we'll be able to get enough reps for one of our other quarterbacks so that we feel we can play with two.
Brad, thanks so much for your time and good luck against the Falcons.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, talk with you soon.